Hello guys, welcome back to Red Lentil Healing. So, I want to do something fun. I just did a little programming magic on my Chakra Insight Oracle deck. I wanted to take a look at the six candidates who are running for VP, the Democratic VP spot. I want to take a look at these 6 women, and what I wanted to do was what are the two strengths that each of these candidates have. So we still don't know who he's going to pick. All readers have been trying to read on this for like a year. We just don't know who it's going to be, right? But let's take a look at each one of these women, pull 2 cards, and let's look at their energetic bodies and actually see what their attributes are. So normally when we look at the Chakra Insight Oracle, we're like, what do we need to work on? Instead of what they need to work on, what strengths would each one of these candidates bring to Joe Biden if selected, right? So, first and foremost, we'll start off with Kamala Harris. So let's pull 2 cards for her. Then let's take a look at Elizabeth Warren. 2 cards for Warren. So if you're paying attention, Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, Susan Rice, Karen Bass, Gretchen Whitmer, and then last but not least, Tammy Duckworth. Okay, so let's start. So again, paying attention. Harris, Warren, Rice, Bass, Whitmer, Duckworth. Start with Kamala Harris. Her strengths are her intuition, so she's got a great third eye chakra. I think we get to see a lot of this in work as her being a senator. She's got this uncanny way of being able to kind of tune in, dial in, and know when somebody is full of crap. Trusting herself and her inner guidance to guide how she responds and reacts to situations. So that is a strength for her. She also has a lot of spiritual intelligence, a lot of spiritual intelligence. So a lot of knowledge, a lot of perception, which allows her to be flexible when she looks at how the role that she plays and the role we all play in universally speaking. So that connection to source she's not super, she can be flexible and not super rigid and not super dogmatic, which could be very beneficial, very helpful, especially when at that level you need to reach across the aisle, you need to pull people together to be a leader, especially if she will be the next in charge, if you will, both if he doesn't run again in 2024, and just if anything happens and she has to step up to be the president, she's got enough spiritual intelligence to be flexible. So that's a pro for Kamala. All right, Elizabeth Warren. She gets truth with her throat chakra and heart chakra with forgiveness. She is a person who has the ability to give love and receive love. And she's just very balanced. And particularly, too, she lets go. She doesn't hold grudges. She's all about that forgiveness and having that compassion. And we've seen it in her. When she gives speeches, I would have crucified the orange one to hell and back for calling me Pocahontas. But she's like, you know what? I'm going to take the high road. She's got a very open and giving heart. It's very much about forgiveness. And then her ability to speak truth. She has done this again. We've seen her do it as a senator. We saw her do it while she was running for president. She is all about transparency, being sincere, and communicating. I was a huge, still am a huge Warren fan because of just her ability to just speak truth and just to communicate with people, almost like on a one-on-one. Like, I feel like she can just touch people personally. So those are her strengths. Again, just her ability to speak and communicate honestly. She's just, when you she'll have that. She has that ability for people to just believe what she says because she's coming from a place of just being honest and being transparent. And then just that forgiving heart, that open and loving forgiving heart, which I think as we get through and really start taking a look at a lot of the transgressions from this current administration, forgiving will help. I didn't say she was gonna forget, but she's gonna how do I put it? I'm gonna just say it. Having a forgiving heart will keep the country from being so locked down and spending 4 years of persecuting and prosecuting what was wrong instead of going, they did wrong, we will have them be held accountable in a court of law, but what we need to focus on is moving forward. And so that forgiving heart will keep her from being on the vindictive side and keep her from being more on the moving forward side. Okay, now we're looking at Susan Rice. Susan Rice also has a way to connect with people. There's a reason why she was UN, I'm about to screw this up, foreign policy. I'm sorry, public policy when she was with Obama. And she's also good with money, so finances, this root chakra. She will be the person who can look at the egregious spending, the malfeasance that went on with just giving so many tax cuts to billionaires and hurting the people financially. She will have the financial wherewithal to kind of help pull us back as a country. And then again, that connection. She understands that it's not just the United States versus everybody else. We are a player and we are so global. We're connected globally. And that is through her heart chakra, her ability to, like I said, give and receive this love and that connection, that understanding that universal oneness is not us versus them. It is for us to do well. Other countries need to do well. Okay? So let's look at, how did I do this? I did it backwards. So let's do Karen Bass, okay? So Karen Bass, that's very interesting. She gets the sacral chakra. So she's going to be level, but this is sexuality. A lot of people look at sexuality as in sexy times, but that's not necessarily how you need to look at it. It can also be connection, closeness, intimacy. She brings an ability to, I have the words in my brain. She's going to be the intimate one. Like, I'm going to have more one-on-one. You're going to feel like a one-on-one connection with her versus just this me on the stage talking out at people. You're going to feel like she talks with you. She likes to know people as people and create connections. So that what brings her, what is one of her strengths. So that is going to help her navigate and move through the political spectrum as VP and do it very well. That ability to create intimate, long-lasting relationships. That's how you can look at the sexuality card. That's how you look at the sacral chakra card, which is about, again, that emotional balance, that connection. That's one of her strengths. And then the base chakra, or root chakra, she's very grounded. She's gives an air of just calm. She knows where she's been, what she's doing. She's connected to earth, to just, her head may not be, she's not one of those people where her head's in the sky and she's looking everywhere else. She's just very grounded. And I can imagine that is a very big thing you need to have in that job. You need to be able to stay grounded and calm. So I think that is a huge asset for Karen. Now we're going to look at Karen Whitmer. She has got the throat chakra with creativity and then the heart chakra with emotional balance. So she's going to be the person who speaks truth and finds creative ways not to spin truth, but to communicate in ways that are effective, that is her strength. Okay, so effective, creative communication. That's not the same as lying. Those are two different things. Because otherwise, she wouldn't have the throat chakra card. She just has a way of communicating and a style of communicating that will probably help, especially a lot of people who are more in the middle of the ground. She may even have ways to kind of pull the, I hate to say the divided and Democratic Party, but basically you've got centrists and progressives, kind of maybe find creative ways to kind of find platforms and ways to communicate to both sides. And then emotional balance. She's going to be kind of like Karen, where Karen's got her grounding from the root chakra. Gretchen has got hers in her heart chakra, where she's just kind of going to be more even keel. She's going to be this stable, the stable force that can really kind of, when things get crazy, she's going to be like, y'all, let's just take a step back, let's breathe, and let's just think through it. Like, I can kind of, that's the energy that I'm picking up for her. So very balanced and calm. And then last but not least, we get Tammy Duckworth. She gets throat chakra. Her ability to speak divine truth, which sometimes, especially from the Republican side, they use that against her, but that she speaks out and she does not hold back. So she gets the throat chakra card. She's going to tell it to the people like it is. But I'm also getting, my ears are ringing. She listens. So as much as she speaks, she listens. And that is a huge asset. Because Biden's going to need somebody who's going to listen to him, who's going to listen to all parts, and just be that honest listener who can go, hey, so-and-so said that last week. Oh, really? Yeah, remember when they said so-and-so? And people are going to also need to know that they can go to her and she will listen to what they say. And so they can bring anything to her and she'll listen. So that's very, very important and impressive. And then she gets a base chakra as well, possessions. This is another finance, assets, and treasures card. I would not be surprised, just like Karen, Susan Rice, where Susan is going to be about the, let's look at the finances. I can see Tammy Duckworth being a huge advocate for that as well. So let's just say that Warren isn't going to be vice president. She would end up being a treasury director. Then I would see Tammy Duckworth working really hard with Elizabeth Warren to kind of put new financial policies in place. So that would be one of her strengths. That was actually really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did. Even I may not post the video, and I may just go back and watch it in a couple weeks just for my own entertainment. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Here's what all these beautiful, smart, capable women, these are their assets and what they would bring to the administration. Whether they're picked or not, these are still their assets and what they bring in general. So they're superstars and dynamic players. So I'm anxious to see how it plays out. Vote blue no matter who. We got 90-something days to get them out of there, guys. So make sure you register to vote. Make sure you encourage others to vote. If you're going to vote by mail, make sure you put in your application in time. Go get your ballots turned in ahead of time before the deadline so we can do what we need to do. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Bye.